Hello Year 5, today we're going to be starting our coding project where we're going to be creating an ancient Greek mythology game. So this half term you're going to be coding a game based on ancient Greek mythology using Freecode Gorilla on Purple Mash, and this will really put your coding skills to the test because you'll be coding from scratch. The design and coding skills that you're going to be learning this half term are choosing your own characters and designing the elements of your game. You're going to learn how to customize the game design using backgrounds and objects and learn how to upload your own images to further customize your games. You're then going to learn how to use functions and organize your code using tabs. And then you will code scores and lives as well as special effects in response to events in the game, for example shooting an enemy. And you're going to be using if statements, repetition and timers. So let's look at two example games that I created earlier. And I want you to think about these three questions. So does this remind you of another game you've played? What features can you see in the game? And can you explain what's happening in the code? So when I play the game, there's a pop-up and I can press OK. I can then move my character left and right using the arrow keys, and I can shoot using the space bar. On the top left-hand side, I have the number of points, and on the lower right hand side I have the number of attempts. So if I shoot and miss, then I have wasted an attempt, but if I hit the enemy then I gain a point. I also created another example of the game using Aphrodite and a gladiator, so I have the number of attempts and the points at the top. I can move my character using the arrow keys and shoot at the enemy. There's background music and there's sound effects when I shoot the heart from Aphrodite. So start thinking about how you would like to design your game. Your task today is to use the template to design your game, and you can complete this assignment on Microsoft Teams, but if it's not working for you, you can print it out or you can complete it on a piece of paper. So this is an example of a completed game design template for the game Zeus's Wrath that I showed you earlier. It has the characters that I included in my game. So for example Zeus, and the enemy is Minotaur, but when I hit the Minotaur it changes into fire. I then have the background that I want my game to have, and the ammunition, which is what my main character is going to shoot at the enemy. I have the message that's going to appear at the beginning and at the end. I also planned which sounds I want to include. If you need some ideas, I've prepared some resources on the PowerPoint slide. So it's got the weapons, so this might be the ammunition or what the character shoots at the enemy. It's also got some ancient Greek gods that you might like to choose from. I'll also attach the Greek gods fact file to Microsoft Teams in case you want to choose another god that's not been mentioned here. I've also included information about ancient Greek monsters, and if you click these links on the slide it will take you to some websites that have information about the monsters that aren't on this slide. I hope you enjoy planning your game, and we're going to get started with designing it next lesson. Good luck!